Okay. You'll see a green colored circle over here in the background now.
Oh. हाँ ऐसे last time भी कुछ तो हुआ था.
Okay. So how many of you have Anaconda installed on your laptop? The first step. So the first step you're going to do is install Anaconda. If you're facing any issues, we'll try and fix that.
Hi sir, I have downloaded Anaconda like a month back, but
Yeah.
now I cannot find my Anaconda navigator. I thought it is there because even Jupyter notebook I had kept it on like bookmarked it, but it's not opening.
Yeah. So एक minute, Revati, you see that green circle? Na? That is Anaconda. It's opening up.
Okay.
So it will open. It takes some time. It's morning for him. So
Oh.
yeah. So can you stop sharing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah. So that was Arpita, right? Or who was that?
I stopped now. Screen has stopped.
Somebody else. Somebody else was saying that they are facing some issue finding the navigator. So who else can we quickly go around who all are there on the call? Hello.
Hi, good morning. This is Suraj here.
Hi Suraj. I know Pragya, Revati, Suraj. Who else is there?
Neha.
Hi Neha. I see Arpita also, right?
So Vaishnavi.
Sorry, I could hardly.
Vaishnavi.
Okay, hi Vaishnavi. Did somebody else also speak after Vaishnavi? All right. So let me just do this. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, right? The first step, these are the list of activities we're going to try and do today. So obviously the first step is to install Anaconda and install Jupyter and Spyder. Primarily we are going to be using Jupyter. So if you have not installed Anaconda, just install Anaconda. If you have installed Anaconda, just share your screen. I'll tell you what to do next. So how many of you have installed Anaconda or have Anaconda on their system? Hello?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, can you share your screen? We'll check what to do next. Yeah, so you have Spyder also, so you need to launch Spyder.
Sir, I've launched Spyder and I've launched it. So this type of thing is coming.
Okay, go back to that. This is one. Go back to that. You see Jupyter left of Spyder.
That is,
Yeah,
yes,
launch that. Yes.
sir, launched that also.
It will open up in either Internet Explorer or Chrome. So I think it is open. If you launched it already, it will open
Yes.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
I've created a notebook kind of thing.
Yes. This is it. Okay. Who else?
This is the
Can
home
we go
page.
next? Yeah. Yeah. This is the homepage. I'll come to this.
Okay. Uh, so,
Can
uh,
we? Yeah. I'll come back to this. So there are
okay.
a lot of applications over here. Primarily, we are going to be using. Mostly, we'll be using Jupyter. Okay. Spyder is
Okay.
also something we can use, but we'll mostly use Jupyter.
Okay.
All right. So who's next? Who wants to go next?
So, so actually your voice is not coming clearly. What
One
should
second.
I?
No, no. One second. One second. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Is it audible? Better.
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
Okay. So I'm saying we'll go to the next person. We'll come back to this. We'll go to the next
Okay.
person who's installed
Subtraction.
Anaconda. Yeah. So who wants to go next? Repti, that opened up for you.
Yes, sir, it did. I'm trying to open Jupyter now.
Okay. Uh, Anybody else? Suraj, you have that?
I'm still installing, sir. It will take some time.
Okay. Okay. Arpita, you have that open?
Spyder and Jupyter. Jupyter is opening.
Okay. All right. Okay. Who else?
So that Jupyter and Spyder, that will the both of them will open in browser, internet browser.
Jupyter will open in browser. Spyder will not open in a browser.
Okay. Yeah, Jupyter has launched now.
Okay. All right. So who else is there? Let me just check. Who else is there? I see a lot of guests. I can't remember the names. So can we go one by one? I see Pragya is launched. Arpita is yet opening up. Reti, yours is launched. Suraj is installing. Who else?
So mine is launched. I had launched it.
Okay. Who else?
Sir, mine is getting installed yet.
All right. So we'll wait for a few minutes. Okay. So is it raining in Pune? If anybody is in Pune.
No, sir. Not
No,
really.
sir.
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. If you can see my screen, I downloaded Anaconda, but I cannot see Anaconda like navigator in now.
No, no. You have to go to Windows.
Yeah. So I
I don't see Windows. Actually, you shared a browse, just a folder. I don't think you shared your desktop.
okay, guys. Can you see now?
Yeah, your type Anaconda.
See now, it is giving me like directly. It is sending to the Chrome.
No, no, Anaconda. One second. One second. Huh? Can you go to C your C drive?
Yeah.
C colon users. Yes. No, not Intel. C colon users. What is your user is Intel.
Yeah. When
Is there a
Anaconda
folder?
was installed, it, see here you can see.
What is that Conda?
Oh, no.
Something wrong. I don't think. You should see Anaconda 3 folder actually.
So so I reinstalled
So
this.
try. Yeah. All the 64-bit, right?
Huh.
No,
Okay.
let that be only.
No, there's the next option is grayed out. I cannot click on it.
Okay, change the folder name to Anaconda 30 something like that. You don't have space.
Oh yes.
That's why it's not installing.
Okay. I'll clear something up.
Yeah. Okay. So who else is remaining? Who's got installed? Who's facing a problem? So all the guests, can you write your name somewhere? Because I'm not able to understand who's who. Is there a way to change that? Hello. Okay. So Suraj, yours is installation is done. Hello.
No, sir, not yet. Not yet. It's at 90%.
Okay. So right, let's do this right. Till you install that locally, go to this site. Let me just ping that to you. Till everybody installs that, right? We're going to try this. Go to this site. So I'm going to share my screen so you'll see what I'm doing. So go to this site. Everybody is there. Everybody on this page. Till you do the installation and stuff, I think it will be easier to start using this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here, click on this. Try Jupyter Lab. Click on
Yeah,
this.
on the page.
Try Jupyter Lab. So it'll open another website where it'll show you this thing. it will start up. Okay, so it's going to build an online repository for you. Just like this. So either you might see something like this, all right, or when I came here, right, I saw the option for Python. So let me know what you see when you have come here.
So you clicked on Jupyter Lab, right?
Yeah, I clicked on Jupyter Lab. So if you have
So,
Jupyter installed
from
on your
the hello, sir.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so when we open it from the software of Anaconda Navigator, from there also we have to open Jupyter Lab only or just Jupyter.
Jupyter.
Okay.
You'll see this Jupyter notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both are going to be similar. So I can try.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, do we
Yeah.
need to launch Jupyter Lab or Jupyter Notebook?
So let's try both of them. Let's see what happens. The
Okay.
interface looks similar. I haven't used the online one. I've used Google Colab and stuff, but not this one. So those who have Jupyter, right, you can install it on your system. You can use that itself. Yeah, this will open up. Yeah, actually you can go to Jupyter Notebook. That will also work. Go to Jupyter Notebook. You'll get the same. You'll get the actual what we are going to look at. You can go to Jupyter Notebook. That's a better option. Do you see this on wherever you're running it? So if you have Jupyter installed right on your desktop, you can just run the same. You don't need to come here. If you have, if you haven't installed Jupyter till now, you can use the Jupyter Notebook option. Or you're facing issues installation. So let me know if you're ready. When you're ready.
Sir, can I share my screen? I need to ask if I've opened the
Yeah, yeah,
right one.
yeah.
Sir, this is the Jupyter.
I'm not able to see your screen actually.
Jupyter Lab and
Yeah, there's another option over there, Jupyter Notebook. Click
Sir
on that.
Jupyter Notebook, this
This
one.
actually I can see only the open. You shared only the window, not the desktop.
Sir, is it visible now?
Yeah, go to go go back. Yeah, your Jupyter is running. No, this is fine.
Okay, sir. So then this is also there. Is it the same
Yeah,
thing?
similar. Yes, you'll
Okay.
get the same
Okay,
thing.
sir.
This is online. I mean, yeah, this is okay. This is also on your system only. So yeah, so go to Jupyter, the home page, the before one, right? The one before it, the one which you showed earlier. Use that.
This one, sir.
No, no, then one next to it, home page selection. This one. This
Okay,
is
sir.
this is the first page you'll get when you launch Jupyter.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So is everybody set?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Let me share my screen. So when you launch Jupyter, right, you'll see this page. For the first time, you'll see this particular page. Okay. If you have gone to the online option, you'll see this particular page. All right. So what you do, right? Using Jupyter is more like an interface using which you can write your code. The benefit of Jupyter versus Spyder is in Spyder, right? You run it, you get an output over here. In Jupyter, whatever you run or you execute, you'll get the output in the same page itself. Okay, one below the other, and you can run the program line by line pretty easily. It's easier to understand when you're trying to do something for the first time, right? So here, if you have this page open, you see an option over here, no new, all right, and below you see the folders which are there. You see all the folders on your uh, machine, on your PC, on your laptop, desktop, whatever you're using, right? It shows you all the folders, document, desktop, all that information is seen over here. So you go click this new button and you see this option. You can actually run Python, you can run R, you can learn a lot of things. You can run PySpark and a lot of other programs you can run over here. So if you're using this, click on Python 3. It's going to open a new page. It's going to open a new page. It did not open. Is it opening blank? Oh, it's opening, sorry. Taking some time. So once it does, right, you should see a page like this without this welcome to Jupyter. So you see this, it's coming up untitled. It's taking some time, but it's going to come up.
Yes, sir. It has come.
Yeah.
Sir, when I click on new, it
Yeah.
only shows me Python option. That R and other
That's
options
okay.
that was not there.
That's okay. So do you see this now? You see over here the kernel is starting. That means unless this is shown as started, right, you'll not be able to execute anything. So this has to show as started. Both these options. Okay, so it showed you kernel ready, right? Not, it's now started up. All right. In the same thing, you wouldn't see it will start up in the beginning. Okay, you won't see anything, any specific issue. So over here, if when you're writing a code, right, you have to write it in this particular line. You can write more than one line in this if you want to, and we'll see how this is done. So the first thing we'll do, right, we'll write a very simple program, or we'll write a very simple statement, right? So obviously the first step is a print statement, right? Whenever you do something, you write print hello world, right? So we can try this. You write print in brackets, double quotes, hello world. So write this statement, print hello world.
Where it's showing print is not defined.
Oh, how have you written it? What did you do after print? Did you run it?
I think I put a space in between. Is that the
Can you
problem?
show?
Yeah.
Can you show what you did? No, the spelling is incorrect. No, it is small p.
Sure.
It will show in green, right? If anything is
Oh,
there, right, it has to show in green.
okay.
So once you've written print, right? Once you've written print, you need to click that run, which you see on the top.
Hmm.
Okay. Can you stop sharing? Yes. Here, right, I have written print. So notice it shows up in a green color. That means it is a predefined function of Jupyter, of Python. Okay, which is why it shows in that way. So I write print, it will show me hello world. In the same way over here, right, you don't see anything over here. So what you need to do is click on this insert cell below. When you do this, it is going to do print. I can write over here in this print hello world, and here I can run. So it shows me that. Everybody got this?
Excuse me, sir. So we don't
Yes.
need to, I mean, select the whole line. We just need to write the line and then select, I mean, just run it, right?
Your cursor, your mouse has to be, so when you see, right, I have selected this, it shows that this blue line, it is selected, that cell is selected. If I
Okay,
select
okay, sir.
this blue line is selected, so it will run this. There's nothing in this, so it's not going to run anything. Right, sir? Now if I write over here print, it is going to run that particular cell. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Sir, can you just repeat that last part? How does it run that particular?
So your mouse, right, when you click this particular cell where you have written the code, okay, you have to select that particular cell, and only then we will run this. And if I click this now, it is going to run that.
Oh, oh, thank you.
I can actually run the entire code if I want to. So if I, there is an option over here to run everything. Okay, where is that? Yeah, here you see, right, run this, run cells and select run all, run all. So you see this option, and so somebody just pinged a shortcut, right? Somebody pinged a shortcut. Yeah, so that is one option, shift enter. The other option, right, if you want to know all the shortcuts, you can click on help. You will get these keyboard shortcuts. So you have these options using which you can run all of those. To enable these shortcuts, you need to press escape. I mean, if you want to try that, but you can try that later once you have a handle of this, right? I can do it like this way. Somebody said shift enter, right? You can run to shift plus enter also to run that particular cell. Make sense? So can you try
Yeah.
something else? Try printing something else. raining. Okay. Okay. Now what I want to do is between this it's raining or whatever, hello world, whatever written, right? You have two words. Type \n. So I want you to type print it's \n raining like this and run this and see what happens. Did you try this?
Yeah, it went to the next line.
Yeah.
Already.
So this \n, right? It indicates if that particular value, right? I mean, you're just putting this value on a new line. This next one, right? So let's try instead of \n, let's try with \t. So I'm saying it's \t raining. Try this. What happens? You see this?
Yes, sir.
You see the difference? So now, like,
Yes.
I want you to write. What was this? There was an assignment. So I have this word. I want you to write it. So I want you to write this statement using this print in one line only. Okay, in one print statement, I want you to print these two lines without the hash. Print these two lines, twinkle twinkle little star, and then the next line, how I wonder how you are. Sorry. Yeah. Can you try this? You got the problem, right? What I wanted to try.
Yes. Yes, it came.
So what did you write? Can
I
you
typed this. Okay, should I
can
share?
you yeah, can you message that in the chat? Did you
Yeah.
try? You're typing on it. Yes, that is correct. Everybody got this? Did everybody try this? So you understood how to use /t and /n, right?
Yes.
So how many of you are from a technical background or understand technology? I mean, coding rather. Anybody understand coding? Or you're doing this for the first time?
First time.
First time we have to
I
do
did
those.
some part of coding I did in 11th, 12th standard. After that,
But 3 months back you also tried R, right?
yeah, sir. Yeah, that was there.
Before the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody else has some understanding of coding? You can put it in the chat also. All right. Okay. So we are going to try one more thing, right? So let's say I want to print something like this. Okay, let's say I want to print this. I want to print these many stars. So what will I do? I will write print and I'm going to write so many stars, whatever I want, right? I'm going to do it this way. This is what I'm going to do. But I want to do it logically. If I have tomorrow, I have 100 stars like this, I can't put 100 over here in the line. So what I need to do is print. If I put star over here, then I put star and 3. So let's try if this works. This star is showing that I want to put these values 3 times. So instead of star, right, I'm going to use something else. Let's say I put ampersand. Then I try this. So I have repeated this particular value 3 times. Can you try this? Have you tried this? You understood this? Print ampersand 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And those who
Yes,
are
sir.
using Jupyter Notebook, right, on your desktop, you see this untitled over here. You can change that name. You can change that so it gets saved in your folder in your laptop. Here also you can. This is auto saved, so it will get saved. So now, whatever we wrote with single quotes, right? Let's try it with a whatever we wrote with double quotes, right? Let's try it with a single quote. What happens? So I'm going to write "Hello World" in single quotes. It still gives me that same output. When I give "Hello World" in double quotes, I'm going to get the same thing. Let's and if I try with both, right? So I get like this. You see the difference?
So the single and double quotes, they both have the same function.
Yes. If I put a single quote and then I put a double quote, right? So I get the double quote also in my output.
Hmm.
Got it? So you have seen a very
Yes.
simple way in which you can print your data. Okay, whatever we've done is we've just hard coded some particular value and we are showing that in the output. But now, right, what is more important? So this is a very basic uh, element of any any programming language, how do I print data to the console? So here I have the console, right? I am printing that value. So as of now, we've kind of written 15 lines of code. So each of these lines is a code in itself. So let's say what is more important in any programming language is the kind of variables that you have. All right. So what do you mean by variable? Any idea what is a variable?
All the letters.
Yeah, but what does it mean? Letter.
Yeah, so something that keeps changing.
Okay. So uh, how do I put it? So it's more like storage space, right? In your file, right? In your laptop, you have a Word file, right? And you are giving a name to that particular file. That name is stored at some location. That itself, you can think of these variables as storage spaces. It can be a file, it can be a folder, whatever that is, right? In very simple terminology, that is what is a variable. It is a place where you can store your data. So if I type, right, and an equal to sign denotes an assignment to that variable. So I have a over here and I write a is equal to 10. So when I do this, right, and I press this, I have assigned the value of 10 to a. And when I print, or if I just write a, right, it will give me the value of a. It will show me the value of a. So what I have done, I have assigned a value of 10 to this variable a using the equal to sign. Can you try this? You understood what I said?
Yeah.
Okay, it's raining very heavily. Yes. Okay, so you got this right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what we can do is, right, I am going to check the type of this variable. So in any programming language, right, there is something called as integer. Okay, so I'm going to just, integer means a whole number, not with any decimal. So I'm going to type a, and I'm going to run that particular cell. So it's going to tell me it is an integer. Int meaning integer.
Sir, can you please repeat?
So in any programming language, right, there are multiple types of variables. There is an integer. So here, right, there is an integer. There is a float variable. There is a complex variable. Right, there are Boolean variables. So like that, right, over here, to check what is the type of variable, there is a function called as type. Okay, so I just wrote type a and I ran that. So I get an output int. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now let's say I have another variable b and I have put that as 20.25, 364 or whatever it is. And for this, I'm going to write print b and type of b. So I'm getting this. I'm getting the value and I'm getting it is float.
So what is float?
Float is a decimal value. So integer is a whole number. So each of these has a range, all right? In terms of plus minus, it can take a specific range. And again, it depends on every programming language with its version, right? They have a different range, but uh, I don't think that should be an issue in terms of. I mean, you don't need to remember the range, but yeah, if you would have been in engineering college, they would have asked you what is the range.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir. In this case, b is equal to 20.364. Why did we mention print b? Because in the above case, we just entered
Yeah.
what is.
You try it. We'll see. Try it without that also. What will happen is you'll get only the last line.
Okay.
When I run it right like this, I'm getting only float. I'm not getting this particular line. If I run the same thing in Spyder, right? Let's say I run it over here. I can actually run the same thing over here. And let's see what happens. And the same thing is happening over here also. So many times, if I'm going to run only these two, right, it is showing me that value. But when I'm running it step by step, if I run all three together, I'm not getting that output. That is why I have the print statement over there.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, so we saw what is an integer, we saw what is a float variable. There is something called as a string. So if I put C is equal to hello world, right? And I put type, I get this output. It is str string. Did you get this? Did you try this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is something called as a complex variable in physics, right? We had studied 8 plus 7j. I should type. We had studied this, right? Vectors. The j is your I, which we had studied in school. Mostly we'll not work with complex variables. Mostly we'll work with integers, floats, and lot more other things which are there. Yes, pipe complex. Very good. So who is this guest? I cannot find out the name of the guest.
The names are written. Monica is the name.
Sorry? I see only guest actually. I don't see the name of the guest somehow. Do you see the names here?
Yeah.
Okay, see, yeah, you see this? I see only guest ID.
Oh, yeah. The name is appearing as Monica.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, so we have looked at the simple print statement. We saw what is slash n and slash t. We saw the type function. We saw an integer. We saw a string variable. We have seen this double quotes, single quotes, and a double and single. We saw what is a float variable. We saw what is a complex variable. So now let's take two integers. Okay, let's take two integers. A is equal to, so now whatever I had assigned, right? If I again assign something else, if I write again A is equal to 33, whatever 303 or whatever that number may be, right? And B is equal to 3948, 39, whatever, 398. Okay, when I do this, right, whatever value was assigned to A earlier goes away. It is going to get reassigned. Make sense?
Yes,
You
sir.
got what I said? So if, since I am
Yes.
again reassigning another value, the value of A and B is going to be overridden. So when I run this, right, I have the value of A as 33 and 398. Okay. Now what I want to do is let's try some addition. So let's say A plus B. This addition, I get that value. Can you try this? Very good. Can you try A minus B? It's a solution. Did you try A plus and A minus B? You can try addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All four you can try. What is the value of A in this? So I didn't get this one. Whose is this?
It's my instructor.
Achha, okay, 38 and 36 you took. All right. So try the other one also, a multiplication and division.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. So now what I want you to do, right? What we have done is we've just multiplied that value, but we have not stored this value anywhere. So every time you want to check the value, right, we'll have to. So whatever we did, right? So let's say we type C add is equal to A plus B. So now if I run this, right, I will get these values stored over here. All those values, whatever I have, right, I am storing it in a variable.
So does that C stand for anything?
No way, nothing. It's just a variable name.
Acha.
You can try the same thing with a integer and a float variable, right? So if I have So I tried two different variables. I took one of them as a float, one of them as an integer. And I tried the same integer. I can try the other also. Hello. Did you guys try that?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have looked at these. Second. Very good. So now let's say I want to print this value, right? We have written A and B, right? I want to print the value, whatever I have done. Print. Basically, I want this A into B is equal to that number, whatever it is, 10 into 20 into 200. I want to print it this way. Okay. So let's try that. We'll write print A into B. Then there's a colon and we're writing So let's say first I am going to print this a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, c is equal to a into b. I just have to write a, comma, r, comma, b, comma, let's try this. So I get this value. So what I have done, right? I have in between I have put a variable. If there is a variable for which I want to print a value, right? There should not be any quotes. So I have these. Basically, I have taken so many parts of my data, right? Notice this is in quotes. This one, this a into b has been written in quotes. Then I have written the value of a. Then I put the multiplication sign in quotes. Then I put the value of b. Then I put the equal to in quotes, and then I put the value of c. So what I have done is I have combined text and the variable name using a comma. Understood what I did? Anybody has any doubts? Is it easy till now? Yeah, easy or no? Very good. So let's try some of the relational operators. Okay, let's try some of the relational operators. We have, so let's say I have values a, we can use the same, right? We can use 300 and b equal to 400. Okay, and I want to check which variable is greater, which variable is less. So I put a, just like if I put a greater than b and I run this, what do I get? I am checking. This is a relational operator. Then greater than sign, it's telling me whether a is greater than b, true or false. Oh yeah, and by the way, we did not check what is a Boolean variable, right? So if we'll have to, we'll come back to that.
Sir,
Yeah.
I tried the earlier one, the 43rd one in your on your
Yeah.
screen. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that it's not coming 200, it's coming C only in place of 200.
Can you show me?
Yeah. Can you see?
Not yet. You put C in double quotes, no? There will come only C.
Oh, okay.
If it's a variable, it should not be in double quotes.
Okay.
Anybody else who did not get that? Did everybody get that? Okay. Did you try this? Can you try this? You have two variables, a is equal to 300, b is equal to 400, or whatever that number you like, and try a greater than b. What output you get?
Sir, you are not sharing the screen.
Okay, I did share. You start sharing. Okay. Now do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Did you try this? A greater than b.
Yes.
So in the same way, right? You can, what do you get? False, right? Whatever
Yeah.
that value. In that same way, you can try a less than b, a equal to b. If you do a equal single equal to, right, the value will get assigned to it. So here you need to write a equal to b to check if a and b has the same value. You can have greater than equal to b, a less than equal to b. Everybody tried this? Anybody facing any issue?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Somebody done. Okay, so again over here, right? I have not stored this value in anything, right? So I can actually store this value in, say, a greater than b, so c is equal to false. So I get that value stored as a variable. This value, right, which you get true, false, those are Boolean variables. So Boolean meaning yes or no. So here, right, if I have two values, I is equal to true, and if I type I, it says bool, meaning Boolean variable.
Sir, can you please repeat?
So I assigned the value of I as true. Okay, let's say I assign J as false, and I run this value. And if I check the type of J, right, it's going to tell me bool. It is a Boolean variable. Boolean meaning yes or no, true or false. Only two values. Yes, it should. It should show if you say take for type C, because it's assigned a value of, you assigned A greater than B, right? So it will show Boolean only. All right. So now what do you want to try? So you work with logical operators. You know what is and or not? Yeah. So if I have two of these variables, right? I have A and B, right? I print A, then let's say I print I, then I print J. Okay. Now if I print I ampersand, or rather I and J, I get what? And. So it is your, how do I put it? True and true is you know this? Do you know this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you might have studied this earlier at some point in your life. That true and true is true. So here in the same way, right, I have two values of I and J. I have values of I and J, where I have using this AND operator. Using this AND operator, I am giving the output as true and false. So I can do. So I do. So if I is both are false, right? If I put I is equal to false and J is equal to false, and I do I and J, I get false. Can you try this? It is AND. So it is basically in Excel or anywhere, right? You use that function also in generally. If you have marks greater than 100 in your internal and external also. I mean, yes, true or false equal to true, that is OR operator. So for OR operator, right, if I put I is equal to, you have to use the OR symbol, I or J. Both are false, so it's going to be false. If any one of them is true, right? So if I put true, I is equal to true again, J is equal to false, and I put I or J, I get true because I is true. Make sense? Then there's a not operator. So if you know there is a not operator, so I say not of I. Let's say false. I is, so if I print I print not of I get false. So I am negating that value using the not operator. Got it? All right. Now what we're going to do is, right, we're going to take an input from the user. So again, same way over here, right? I can store this in a variable if I want to I or j. I've not done that, but you can try that also. You just need an equal to assignment, right? I put k is equal to I or j. Okay. So I can assign that value like this. Now let's take an, if I want to take an input from the user. Okay. So let's try that. So I did print enter what is your name. Okay. Another SNA. One second. Let me just clear this cell. Where is that? So using this input function, right, I can take any input from the user. So you can take a
Sir,
so there is an assignment. Yeah, go ahead.
sir, can you please repeat the input and name function? I didn't get the name.
Name is a variable.
Yeah, yes, sir, but
Name is a variable.
like yeah, like you typed your name, na, sir. I didn't get such kind of like box. So
Can you share what you see? Can you show what you done?
Is it visible?
It's coming up.
Is it visible now?
It was visible, it went away.
Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to go to that page, huh? Yeah. What happens when you run it?
So I didn't run it up till now. Now,
Run it.
should I run it now after putting the input? Now should I run it?
Yeah, run it.
Okay, okay. I didn't run it. That's my fault. Okay.
So if you run it now that data will get stored in name and you can print the name.
Okay, okay, sir.
So you can try that.
So now I should press enter and then it will be there or run.
Yeah, enter. Now
Okay,
print name or just type name.
okay.
So now if you run it now, it will ask your name, enter your name. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. So you can write hello Neha, whatever, hello name. So you can put whatever you want.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Alright. So let's say we want to work with, so let's try something with strings. Alright, so I'm going to share my screen again.
Sir, in this earlier case, uh, when I write print whatever like mine, what is your name, and then name is equal to input. So
Uh,
again, I don't have to write print. I didn't again write print. So in two lines, I just entered and I got the value.
yeah, but if you want to make a statement, right? Hello name, hello Neha, or hello whatever, how are you doing? Right? You need
Hmm.
to put that into a print statement.
Okay, okay.
Ideally, that print, that name will not get, you need not just show it. I mean, it's just for you as a programmer, right? That's what you are doing. For an end user, it doesn't matter what you just entered and you want to show a statement, right? It's like whenever you log into Facebook, right? Hello, you get that statement, right? Hello, how are you, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what you're doing. You're capturing that input and you want to show a message. That's what you want to do.
Okay, okay, I got it.
Okay. You can see my screen, right? So let's try with working with some strings. Okay, so I have a string. Let's say I have a string. This is the string, right? And I want to find out the length of that particular string. So let's try this. So I want to find the length of the string. I use this length function. There are 15 characters. So if I count it out, there are 15 characters. And if I want to find out the last character of this particular string, I have to put it in square brackets. You see this sign? You see this square brackets? Put -1. I get the last character of this particular string, that is y. If I put -2, I get a. It's counting from here, left to right. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Repeat the last function.
Yeah, so you understood the length, right? You understood the
Yes,
length
sir.
of the string?
Yes,
So
sir.
I want to now extract a particular character from this string, right? I want to find out the fifth character of the string or the last character of the string. So I have to put this number in square brackets. You know the square brackets, you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just below that curly bracket sign.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I put -1 over here. So I get the last character of the string.
So, sir, the -1 will show the last character of the whole string.
It's counting from here, from left to right, -1, -2, like that. So if I put -2, right, it's going to go backwards and it's going to count A. Make sense?
Okay. Yes, sir.
If I want to get the first character, right, to put a 0 because this value is starting from 0 over here. It is not starting from 1. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Make sense?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
And if I want to find out the first 5 characters, right, if I type this, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
This way you can try whatever you like. You notice this last character, right? When I'm printing this, right, it is not including that value. So 1:2, right? If I put 1:3, it is going to give O and D. So here, right, 0, 1, 2. The third point, right, is not inclusive when you're printing that value. Make sense? First try that. Try this, then we'll come back to this. Everybody understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're going to try something more. We're going to try some more functions. We're going to try the print. I want to rather instead of print also, I just should string a. If I have a specific function for a string, right? I need to write. Let's say there is uppercase upper. When I type this, right, the variable name dot the function. Till now you've seen print functions, we've seen the type function, right? But there are string functions. So you need to write the variable name dot the function name. So this gives me the uppercase value of this particular string. So in that same way, if I have lower, title will give me title case. Got it? Can you try this? Anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Hello? You guys can hear me?
Sir,
Yeah.
so I have a question. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
So can you see?
Yes.
So in between here, uh, yeah. So this line, when I tried to run it, it did not run, and I don't know how it shifted this side on the left.
Run it again. Just
So
run that line and check.
no, nothing is happening.
I'm not sure why that is there.
And here also, something else happened here. This one number is coming here.
No, that sometimes that is okay. That is not an issue.
Okay.
Yes, use any number. You can try that also. and try this also. Here,
Yes, sir.
so it's going to skip the first two, and it's going to show. You can try this also.
Also, your screen is not visible.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. It's visible now.
Yeah.
So I was saying, whoever typed that, I'm not able to guess the name, but so you can try it this way also. You don't give anything in the beginning, right? Instead of 2:5, you don't give anything in the beginning. Yes, Priyanka. So you can get this, or if you just try 2 colon, right? If you try 2 colon, or if I try 3 colon, right? It's going to skip the first three. Make sense? And here, it's going to give you only the first 5 characters. Okay. So there are a lot of things you can try. There is how much ever you know is going to be little, because there are so many different aspects in this, right? So let's quickly touch base what we have done. We tried the print statement. We understood slash and slash t. We used the type function. We used integer variable, right? Int. We used the type. Then we used a string. We tried the float value variable. We tried a complex variable. We tried that. We did addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. We tried these. Okay, we didn't try this not equal to, right? We did try that. So if I have a is equal to 30, b is equal to 50, and a not equal to b is 2. So this is a not equal to, this exclamation is not. You want to try that? Try this.
Yes.
Alrighty. So what is there? So we have, so we tried these relational operators, we tried these logical operators, and I'll come back to this. We took an input from the user. We tried some of the string functions, and we also tried this in the beginning, right? Print a character multiple times. So in this, right, you will also find when I have I, right, and j, there is something also called as ampersand. I ampersand j. I or j, or this I type this I, this is, so this ampersand, right, this is a bitwise and this or is a bitwise or. If you know mathematically, right, each value is represented as a bit underlying 1001, all those ones and zeros. If you are familiar with that, the computer shows that. So this is also similar to that. It's just that this ampersand, this log, it is a bitwise operator. This and or, these are bitwise operators. So I just wanted to mention that. In some cases, in some programs, you'll also find this value and or. This also does the same thing. Okay. typing something. So actually we've covered all those items for today. Yeah, that is not coming correctly over here. It is negation actually. It should be, if I have I is equal to k is equal to 0. Okay, it does a negative negation of that value. It has to be in a bit format. Make sense? K is equal to 1. No, we did not use this in R. So, 1 minute. You need to explain. This is binary. So it doesn't straightforward. You need to know that when you're doing this, right? This value, you need to know bitwise operations. Okay. This is the example. 0 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. So like this. And when I'm doing the negation, it should have this value. Where is it? It's complement. Yeah, it flips the bit. So basically what it does, right? So when I write this like this, right, 0 1 0 1 0, it's going to flip this. So it's going to write in the same way. So if I have this value, let's say if I have, let's try this. You understood what it's doing, but practically you understood what I'm trying to say. It is going to flip this value at a bit level. So this phi is represented like this. It's going to flip that value. That is what it's saying. It's a complement. It flips all bits until it reaches first 0 from the right. It is same as minus x plus 1. Make sense?
So it adds 1 to it.
Yeah, but it's making it a negative value.
But when you tried it here, it only negated the value, no?
No, it gave me now. Where is it? It made it 2, right? I have k is equal to 1.
Oh,
It made minus 2.
sir, also, you when you wrote that negation of I, it showed you -2, but I think the value you assigned for I was true.
So it means 1. When you assign true, right, it means 1.
Oh, okay.
Make sense? So here, right? So we have covered almost all the items which we had to do for today. On the second page, right, I want you to try these functions. I have given some assignments. I want you to try this on your own. It should be easy. You try these. You'll at least understand some of those elements. Whatever we've done till now. Make sense? So try
Yes.
this, and hopefully you should have a good handle on some of these simple aspects. Okay, make sense? Okay. Yeah. Okay, any questions till now? Everybody got a good understanding of what we've done today?
Yes, sir.
This is the most basic of any programming language. I did not put the other data frames and stuff, but we'll come to that next time. List and data frames, right? We'll come to that next time. Okay. All right. So if you you have any questions, you can drop me a message on the group, or you can drop me a message separately also. So you have my number, and I will upload this video soon. So you want to revise something, you can look at it. And I'm going to send you a cheat sheet that will give you A and B is giving you 0. It's bitwise. You'll have to check the mathematics of that actually. A is 10, B is 20. Alright, okay guys. So try that assignment and let me know once you're done. If you're facing any issue in any of the assignment, let me know. These are pretty straightforward. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Alright guys. Bye bye. Have a good rainy day.